Good afternoon. Here we are again. Yeah, so enough with the garlic and fermenting and processing and preserving all that. We got a lot of other projects to do. And right now, actually, I'm feeling like I don't feel very well. So I don't know what's going to come down the line the next few days, but not feeling very well. Feel like a cold or something's coming on. I don't know what it is. Right now, I'm drinking some mullein tea. I made some mullein tea strong because it helps to clear your head out and everything like that. And I put some licorice root in it for flavor, and of course some raw unpasteurized honey as well because it's really good for you. So I'm going to drink that and see if I can clear my head and stuff like that. But anyway, I got to get on with the project of winterizing this motorhome. And when I say winterizing, I don't mean actually putting in styrofoam sheets and that into the windows and everything in the interior. That's not the winterizing I'm talking about. That's just insulation. But the winterizing we need to do for the motorhome is all the water lines in here. And for that, I need to get under my bed and pull my bed all apart and everything like that and deal with that under there with the pump and everything. So basically, earlier on, quite a while ago, I emptied the water tank out, just turned the pump on and drained it all out so nothing was flowing anywhere, the toilet, the sinks, or anything like that, and drained all that water out. So there's no water in that tank at all, so nothing can freeze up if perchance it happened to get that cold underneath there. I don't know that it would, but anyway. But the thing is there's a lot of times there's water still trapped into the lines up to the sink and the toilet and everything like that, and you got to make sure all that's out because it can freeze in the lines and crack your lines, and then you got to redo it again, which I've already redone it once already. But anyway, what you basically have to do is you have to disconnect the hose from the tank itself and put that hose basically into a jug of antifreeze, and then have it connected to your pump, of course, and then turn the pump on, and then have that pump antifreeze into all of your water lines, and then you have to go around and turn on everything on, like your toilet and your sink in the bathroom and this sink here. Turn everything on, and even the shower actually. Got to turn that on and make sure as soon as you see the pink fluid of the antifreeze coming through, then you know the lines are safe and that. Excuse me. And also with the downspouts from this sink and that sink, they have where they go down and then they come back up and then down again. That's the trap in there, and water can get trapped in there too. And if that freezes, it'll crack your downspouts and everything like that. So you got to run it from the sink and everything that from both of the sinks down through those downspouts, and make sure that all that water is flushed out and it's just antifreeze and everything. Yeah, so that's what I have to do. Like I say, I have to get under my bed and hook up the pump to the jug of antifreeze and pump it all through everything and do that. And that's kind of a big job because I now have to get under my bed and get into this sink and that sink, which are full of stuff. So that's our next project right now, to winterize this vehicle before it's too late and it gets too darn cold and things could freeze up. I don't see a problem with the system, being that it's mostly inside and should stay warm enough, but better be safe than sorry, right? Oh, yeah, so there's a baby. She's throwing her toys on the floor again. Right, Angel? Right? Yeah, you can't come up here. No dogs up here. No, no, no. Anyway, that's our next step here in the winterizing, and I got to get on that and get it out of the way so I can move on to more and more projects and stuff like that. Right? Right? Yes, you're so cute. You're so cute, yeah. No, you stay down. Okay, we got the bed apart here. And it's a little dark in here because it's so gray and overcast outside right now. But anyway, this is all apart. So what I have to do now, like I mentioned earlier, there's the water tank underneath that styrofoam there. and I've already emptied it out. I ran the pump, drained all the water out of it, so there's no water left in it. So what I have to do now is I have to disconnect this line from the water tank to the pump here, disconnect that, and I have to put hook this line onto it, this hose here, hook it onto the pump itself, and then I have to run the hose into that jug there of antifreeze there. So let's get that going here, and I got to move that jug inside here. I think it's going to make it a lot better there. Okay. It's so crowded in here, I got nowhere to sit or whatever. So let's disconnect this one. Okay. Wow, that's a lot of threads. Wow. There we go. Wow, that's snug. There we go. We'll just flip that up like that. That's okay there. Wow, that is definitely a lot of threads. Anyway, we gotta get this here. Hook this onto here now. Onto the pump itself. Up. Okay, that's on there snug. Get this jug over here. I got 9.5 liters in this jug here. I wanted to make sure I got enough. And I got an extra jug just in case. So we put this hose inside the jug itself right down as far as we can get it. Try and hold it down with something, I think. And then basically we just turn the pump on, let it start pumping the stuff in there, and then turn on all the sinks and everything and make sure they're going to run there. Oh, what a job. Okay, now we flip the switch here, turn the pump on, and the pump's going. Now I got to, yeah, you can see the fluid going through the hose there, eh? So it's going up into the system now. So now we just have to turn everything on. Oops, put over the sink. Turn that on and that on. Both taps on. Wait till it starts running through. Yeah, see? Pink stuff coming through. Do the same with the bathroom. I can see water down in the trap down in there, like just clean, pure water. So turn these on and make sure that starts running. There's actual water coming out of it right now. So as soon as it turns pink, we know there's antifreeze. There, it's pink now. Yeah, it's going pink, so antifreeze is coming out. And we got to do the same with the toilet here. Let's just throw everything up there and run it. Oops. Just run that thing until, there we go. It's starting to go pink now. So there's going to be pink, antifreeze down in the gray water and the black water tanks. So that's good there. We can just turn that off now. We don't need that right now. We can actually turn this one off as well, because there'll be enough antifreeze going into that trap. And then we also have to turn on the shower here. There we go. And I got the shower head sitting in my spaghetti pot. I'll just have to wash it out later, but it's got to run in there. There we go. Pink fluid coming out, eh? Beautiful. Beautiful. So that means there's antifreeze all through the lines of the shower here. There's antifreeze all through the lines of the sink here. And I just turned it back on again, just to, you know, make sure there's enough there. And there's antifreeze going into the toilet as well. So there we go. And we got antifreeze that came out of here too. It's not coming now, but there's enough antifreeze in the system anyway. So there we go. Now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, wow, that's taken it's taken that whole jug. That's why it's not running out of the tap here right now, is because I have to add another jug here. Okay, so I replaced that large jug with the smaller jug there, a brand new jug, and we're just going to turn this back on again. And I just want to get enough, there we go, it's running again. As you can see, it's running through the hose there, pink stuff. So I'll go check this. I can hear this one bubbling right now. Did I turn this one off? Oh, there it goes. More pink stuff there. We're still getting lots of pink in there. Oh, and that's partly why I'm running so much. It's coming out here and filling up this thing here. I'm going to turn this one off because I know there's enough in it right now. That way I just don't waste it, kind of thing. And then I'm going to turn this off because I know there's more than enough coming through the line. And there'll be more than enough down in that trap as well to keep it from freezing up. And same with the toilet as well. It's got enough in there. And this one here, there we go, pumping it out as well. So I think we're coming to the end of our other tank there. Yeah, it's kind of empty as well. So there we go. So that jug there was 9.5 liters. That one's 4 liters. So that's 13.5 liters. Wow. So I better turn this off now. Because it's just pumping air right now. There. Turn the pump off. So there we go. There we are. Hello, Angel. Hello there. Hello, monkey and baby. Yeah. Okay. So there we are. Hello, monkey. Okay, so there, the whole motorhome system is winterized and not just getting insulated with styrofoam, but the whole system's completely winterized and everything, and all good to go. So we're all good there. And on top of that, just so you know, the water that's in the tank here under my bed, I'd never drink that water. That's not drinking water. I have my own jugs of drinking water up there that I use, and I get them from a specific place. You know, so I know I'm getting good drinking water. This water under here that I run through the sinks and the toilet and everything, just for the toilet, washing my hands in the sink, washing the dishes in the sink, and the shower and stuff like that, and that's it. That's all it's ever used for. It's never used for drinking water. So yeah, so now we're all winterized now, and then basically I just flush it all out in the springtime and just run all the antifreeze out, and then it's just nice clean water just for washing and cleaning up and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's another project out of the way. I'm so glad of that. That was hard because it's getting under the bed and putting it all back together again. That's really difficult. But yeah, so that's the hard one out of the way. So why don't we just think about dinner right now, right? You want to think about dinner? You want to think about dinner? Okay, you think about dinner. You think about dinner, okay? All right, all right, all right, all right.
Blah, blah, blah.